Hi everyone, this is Angus Birdseye for highhopeshhe.com.au, and I'm here today talking about how to write a song, or mainly how I write a song. Now, when it comes to music and writing my own music, and it's something that I really love doing, but I need to be in the right space. So, something I suggest if you're trying to make a song is really try and make an environment that's really, there's no stress, there's no distractions, there's no anything that's going to affect your creativity, and especially, do things beforehand. If you've had, say, a really stressful week, make sure you do things like to balance yourself. Have a nice bath, or meditate, or do your own things that works for you to help balance yourself. Now, when I write music, I really love to get into it, and for me, writing music is really such a powerful way of expressing not only my heart but my soul as well. And when I write my music, I really like to connect spiritually as well to my soul, and really channel that higher energy in it. And it's amazing the beautiful words that you can create, and it's something that works for me, and if it works for you as well, fantastic. But always give it a try, always find your own way to do things. It's so fantastic to create your own ways, and if something like this can help you find your own way, or it guides you along the right way, then fantastic. So obviously when you write a song, you're going to need a few things. So for me, I have my little songwriting book, line pad sort of thing, a pencil, obviously, because you're going to erase a lot of things, and of course an eraser. And what I like to do as well is just to get a general idea of a subject, if you want to call it that, of what you want the song to be about. So I'm going to now do that for myself, and I'll come back and talk to you more about the experience, and then show you what I've done. So. Alright, so I'm back now, and I've finished my lyrics for my song. Now, when writing a song, you may find it difficult at first, or you may find it hard to know what to write about. And the best thing is, don't think too much about it. It's not, it's not a massive thing. Like, just let it flow, and it's all about just letting it come to you instead of really concentrating and really focusing on it. And something that can really help is looking for something for inspiration. So you can find videos on YouTube of people singing, especially songs that you'd like that can really inspire you. Go take a walk in nature, that can really get creative juices flowing. Or even just reading something, or looking at pictures or something like that, it can spark the creative side of your mind and help to give you some inspiration, or even inspiration on a subject to write about. So for my song, what I've chosen to do is about how, as humans, even though we may go from baby to child to teenager to adult, and we have all these stages, they're just labels that are created by us to put us in nice little groups. But what I wanted to sing about with this song is that even though, for example, I'm an adult, I'm still that child that I was back when I was 5, I was still that child back when I was 10, and reconnecting with that inner child can be the most fun and awesome experience. And if anyone's ever done any inner child work, it's really, really cool. So here's my song here, and I've written out all the lyrics. As I was saying before about it being a little bit of spiritual, I did ask for a little bit of help from my friends Archangel Gabriel and Uriel, and they've just helped me to write it. They do it with me, and they help me keep it going, help keep me focused, and they maybe chuck in a little bit of an idea here and there. So now that I've got my lyrics, now what I want to do is to create the melody. And for me, what I like to do is to sing out the words and just see what comes out. Like, it's all about just being spontaneous, just let it, as I was saying before, letting it flow. And you never know, just singing anything, any note, any rhythm, all of a sudden you'll start to sing it, and this form will take place, this melody will come in that will keep reoccurring and keep coming back, and will start sounding really good. And for me, that works for me. You may find another way that's unique to you. I highly encourage you to do that, because that's being creative in itself. And mine's not the only way, and neither is someone else's. Like, finding your own way is such a good way to do it, and especially one that works for you. So I'm going to do that now and just sing and just see what comes out, and then we're going to go back to the piano and write all that. So see you soon. Okay, so I've finished singing out my song and seeing what sort of melody and rhythm comes out, and now what I'm wanting to do is actually notate it. So pretty much take what's in my head and put it onto paper. So something that you'll need, which is really easy to get, you can get it from any music store, is manuscript paper. And basically, manuscript paper is just a pad with lots of staves on it. And if you don't know how to write music, I highly recommend just learning that little bit of theory, just to know what a stave is, and then know what all the different notes are on the stave, and then all the different lengths of notes as well. Having that really basic theory can really, really help you, and I can do a video on that if you want, but for the moment we're just focusing on this. So what you need is the manuscript paper. So when it comes to notating, what you want to do is take your lyrics and write them out onto your manuscript paper. So just either above or below, like I write it below, and then the first thing you want to do is sing the melody that you were doing and find out what key it's in. So same thing with the theory, so learning about keys as well. So for mine, it goes a little bit something like this. We are children all the way, children all the way, oh, children all the way, yeah, children all the way. So from that, I want to find out what key it's in. So if you have a piano, great. If you don't, go to your school and use their piano. You can use a guitar. I mean, you could really try to do it on a wind instrument or a brass instrument if you want. It's totally up to you. I find a piano really easily. Even though I have the keyboard, I find it doing it on a real piano a really more symbiotic relationship. Like me and this piano have a really good connection, and I find it a lot easier, especially when writing music, to use a real piano. So what I'm going to do now is find out what key it's in. So children, we are children, children. We are children, we are children all the way. Alright, so I like that. So that was F. So I'm going to give it a go doing it in the key of F and see what comes out, and once I've written out all the lyrics and put the key in, and then I'll come back and have a bit of a go writing out the melody, and then I'll show you what I've done and how I've done it and all that sort of thing. So yeah. Okay, so I'm back from writing out the melody and the key, and I actually changed a little bit. The key was actually E flat, not F. So little changes like that you can just make on the fly, and yeah, learning that theory makes life a bit easier when it actually comes to writing it on paper. For me anyway. So with the melody, I wrote all the notes out, and found a nice little sort of jingle that goes with it. And you might be asking, why write it out if you've already got the melody in your mind and the tune that you want to go with it. And the thing is the next step. And the next step is actually writing the accompaniment to it, because yes, you can sing it a cappella, and there's nothing wrong with that, and if you want to just do it a cappella, that's fine. But what you want to next do is to be able to create your own accompaniment to it, and the easiest way to do that is to use chords. That is the simplest way to do it. You can do it on piano and guitar, which makes life easy if you don't necessarily know piano, or if you've got an accompanist that can say only play guitar, or you've only got a friend that can play guitar, or something like that. So now that I've written out the key and got the notes down, we're now going to write the chords in. So what I've got so far sounds like this. We We are children all the way. Oh, children all the way. Whoa, children all the way. Yeah, children all the way. Baby in my parents' arms, eyes wide, smile warm. Entering the world, being loved, being held. I'm walking now, feeling so proud. I feel so free, running nude down the street. So I've just written out the first chorus and the first verse, just so, for time's sake, with making this video. And what I now want to do is obviously be able to sing that, but then accompaniment. So those little bits where I was like, that would be the. So the piano would play that along with the chords. So I'm just going to quickly work out the chords now and then come back and show you. Now, one thing with working out chords is obviously there's not really a set rule or anything like that, and this is what the great thing about creating your own stuff is that you can put the chords or the notes or the length of it whenever you like. It's completely limitless of what you can do. So pretty much what you're wanting to find is what note you want to play the chord on. So it's like, for me it's we are children, so that children would be the downbeat where I would play the chord, the first chord anyway. And then throughout the chorus and then the first verse is finding each of those notes and then which chord you're going to play on that to help accompany the melody that's there. One way that I like working out what chord it is looking at the note that downbeat is on and using a chord that has that note in it. So, for example, we are chill, that children, chill, chill is an E flat. So I could use an E major chord there, but for some reason when I played it, we are children, so it sounded weird. So what I'm going to do now is work it all out and then come back and show you what I've done. Alright, so all done for the first chorus and the first verse, sorry. Now what I did was try and make it as simple as possible so it's easy to understand, but it's also got a nice sort of rhythm to it. Now, what I found with the those little bits, I thought it could be maybe something underneath that could be like a children, like a really soft one. So that's more something for when we take this and then produce it, which is sticking on the computer, putting some backing tracks to it, putting some other vocal stuff in there, and all that sort of stuff. And we'll do that more in a later video. So to show you what I've come up with, I'll just play it. Okay. So we are children all the way. Oh, children all the way. Oh, children all the way. Yeah, children all the way. Baby in my parents' arms, eyes wide, smile warm. Children all the way. Entering the world, being loved, being held. Children all the way. I'm walking now, feeling so proud. Children all the way. I feel so free, running down the street. Children all the way. So that was just a very basic chord progression. So basically I've done an F7 at the start, right on the chill straight away, and then a B flat, and then a B flat slash A flat, which chord wise pretty much means that you still play the B flat, but instead of playing the root note, you then move the root note down to the A flat. So it goes to, and it just gives it that little bit different feel. And that's pretty much done, and I just have to do that now for the rest of the song. So when it comes to writing a song, after that point you're pretty much done. So if I wanted to, I could perform this to someone, like once it's all finished obviously. I could perform this to someone, I could sing it on the guitar, but obviously the next step is then recording it and producing it, which will be another different video. So for now, that's all done. Now, if you did have any questions about anything I've done, just contact me on this channel, or you can contact me on my Facebook page. But yeah, thanks for watching,
and keep persisting in making your highest hopes a reality.